Okay, Most High Christ. Remember I told y'all at the beginning of January, I said at the beginning of every month, we're going to go through and talk about the gods of the month, where the name of the month came from. So the month of February just rolled around according to the white man's calendar. I'm going to tell you where the name February comes from, all right? Give you the history on February. Of course, what else is February associated with? Sis. Black History Month. We're going to talk about where that came from, the history of Black History Month, you know what I mean, and show how evil and disgusting it is. And then we're going to talk about some real Black history. We're going to talk about what you should teach your children during this month. White man is showing, you know, little NBC what you should know commercials, and, you know, talking about who the black people they talk about.
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King. Give me another one.
Oh, this is about it. Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman. Give me the ones that you got one, sis? Rosa Parks. Come on.
Garrett Morgan, Stoplight.
Garrett Morgan, Stoplight. Who was the peanut butter cat?
George Washington Carver.
That just always make me. Cause okay, George Washington Carver did a lot of stuff, but why this nigga known for peanut butter though? Like, was peanut butter, was it revolutionized lunches or something? Like when this cat said, take peanuts and crush them and make butter, niggas was like, oh God, ripping their hair out and shit. I don't know, they talk about peanut butter like that's something black people should be proud of. Like you should go get some Jiffy in February and be like, black man made this. I just always thought that was funny. But the white man, I mean, when we're going to the history, you're gonna see what the Black History Month was about and how evil it is. You understand? From the white man's perspective, to limit your history, not only to limit you to a month to celebrate yourself, but then also to limit you to the past 300 years. Black History Month in America is Slave History Month. It isn't Black History Month. Everybody understand? But in here, because we in the truth, we know the real Black history, and we're gonna go into it tonight. All right. Okay. So starting off, first, I would like to say that Wikipedia is not a credible researching source. Unless you have background information prior, don't just believe what you see on Wikipedia. All right. If you go to do research, you got to do real research. Go and find books, cite sources. You know what I mean? Go get an encyclopedia. There's ways to research for the purposes of the class. And because I have prior background knowledge, I'm just gonna pull up some Wikipedia pages. All right. And everything that I am about to read can be verified. You can go and look it up. Go get you an ancient Roman history book. Go get you a Latin book. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to learn the Latin words, but for the sake of the class, I'm gonna use Wikipedia. All right. So this is a Wikipedia page for February. All right. It says history. The Roman month Februarius was named after the Latin term februum, which means purification. The reason why February was called, the reason why this month had its name is because the Romans used to have a festival, and the festival was called Februa, and it was a purification festival, right? Where in the Romans' minds, this festival they partook in made the men clean, and it prepared the women for the springtime when they would get pregnant. You understand? So this was like a end of the winter festival where they had some old weird rituals. We're gonna get into it next week because it also ties into Valentine's Day. The Roman festival of Februa was held on February the 14th. In the Roman calendar, today we're celebrated on February 14th. Sis, Valentine's Day. You understand? So this ancient Roman festival called Februa turned into what today is Valentine's Day. Everybody understand? So because the Romans celebrated their purification festival, they named the month after the festival. So February, if you take it back to the Latin, is the month of Februa, or the month of the purification. Everybody understand? All right. All right, so I have another page of the history of February, right? I'm gonna read y'all about a festival that they celebrated in the month of February in ancient Rome. It says Parentalia February 13th through the 21st. During the Dies Parentales, Romans remembered their dead, especially parents, including in the process some heavy drinking. On the 21st, they visited cemeteries outside the city and placed flowers, milk, and wine on the graves of their parents. By doing this, they hoped to stop the dead from feeling hungry and returning to plague the living. Later on, these days were followed on the 22nd by the Eucharistia, the day of Cara Cognatio, which was a sort of family reunion of members still living. Quarrels were patched up, offenses forgiven, and a sacred but joyful meal to which everyone brought something was shared in the presence of the household. Laudes, to whom offerings were made. It was not inappropriate either to offer a toast to the emperor's health, so eventually it was 9 days and called the Parentalia Novendialia. It's possible that Christianity baptized this practice as the novena. You understand? So the Romans also had a festival during the month of February, which lasted for about 9 days, where they would celebrate the dead. Remember the dead, praise the dead, have parties and drinks, and come together and squash all the beefs, have a family reunion. Let's put everything for the past year behind us. Let's remember the family, remember our ancestors, and do a bunch of pagan stuff. Everybody understand? That also sort of ties into what the white man gave black people with Black History Month, because what is Black History Month supposed to be a month about? Morale.
Remember the history of our ancestors.
Remember all the dead, fallen black people and all the great things they did. Black people supposed to love black people in Black History Month, right? Supposed to come together and, you know, get together and stop the violence, stop the beef, and rally and uplift black people. Everybody understand? So that's the history on the month of February, all right? Now, Black History Month, right? Does anybody know when Black History Month became a month? Does anybody know when they started recognizing February as Black History Month? Sis.
Wasn't it 67? 1967, 68.
1967, 68. Survey says 76. 1976. Now, why did you say 67, 68?
I just thought that it was.
Okay.
It's been around the majority of my life, so.
Okay, what happened around 67 or 68 though that might have, what happened around that time in the late 60s that would make you think that black people would come together? Officer Morale. The Civil Rights Movement. Civil Rights Movement was in the early 63, 64. By 65, they had the Civil Rights Bill passed, right? So you would think that picking up off the steam of civil rights, black people would have demanded a month. Give us a month. Give us a month, white man. Let us celebrate a month, right? So it actually was in 1976 when it became Black History Month. But let's go get some history on it, all right? The Negro History Week, 1926. The precursor to Black History Month was created in 1926 in the United States when historian Carter G. Woodson and the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History announced the second week of February to be Negro History Week. Now, two things real quick. Does anybody know who Carter G. Woodson was? Why he was important? All right, let's give you a little bit about Carter G. Woodson, right? Carter Goodwin Woodson was an African-American historian, author, journalist, and the founder of the Association for the Study of African-American Life and History. Woodson was one of the first scholars to study African-American history, a founder of the Journal of Negro History in 1915. Woodson has been cited as the father of Black history. In February 1926, he announced the celebration of Negro History Week, considered the precursor of Black History Month. Everybody understand? So Carter G. Woodson was a cat that, okay, I believe, so Carter G. Woodson was one of the first black men that was really became affluent and accepted in white society. You understand? Like, he was a cat that, he was about free black people. His parents was former slaves, came up to the north, you understand, built a school. He studied. He studied under black people. It was about black history, and he started a organization called the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. So he was one of them cats that was real big on chronicling the black experience in early America, interviewing slaves and, you know what I'm saying, writing stories and articles and essays about the black experience and the black plight. He was on the same level with W.E.B. Du Bois and I forget the other cat's name. He was on their level, you understand? But he kept track of all the blackity black stuff that was going on in America because he felt like black people should be acknowledged and recognized. That's why they call him the father of black history. Everybody understand? So he, back in 1926, with his organization, said, man, we need to have a Black History Week, right? And he decided to have it in the second week of February because it coincided with the birthday of Abraham Lincoln, which is on February 12th, and the birthday of Frederick Douglass, which was on February 14th. Everybody understand? And think about the time after slavery, both of them cats was very important to the black community. At that time, black people still feeling like, you know, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. Frederick Douglass was big and talking about abolition of slavery and bringing black people out of the poverty and the hell that we was in under the white man. So black people, like, any reason to celebrate, everybody celebrated Abraham Lincoln's birthday and Frederick Douglass' birthday. So Carter G. Woodson just said, well, shit, let's make that week. Let's party for a week. Why party for 2 days? Let's party for a whole week and call it Black Negro History Week. Everybody understand?
Oh, God.
I'm gonna give you a little quote from Carter G. Woodson. He said, if a race has no history, it has no worthwhile tradition. It becomes a negligible factor in the thought of the world, and it stands in danger of being exterminated. He said the American Indian left no continuous record. He did not appreciate the value of tradition, and where is he today? The Hebrew keenly appreciated the value of tradition, and as is attested by the Bible itself, in spite of worldwide persecution. Therefore, he is a great factor in our civilization. So y'all understand the point that he was making there. If you don't remember your history, you don't celebrate your history, then you'll be forgotten. You'll be a no people. Won't nobody give a damn about you. Now, of course, he's wrong when he says the Native Indians left no record, had no tradition. The white man destroyed the Native Indian record, destroyed the Native Indian tradition. Everybody understand? The Native Indians wrote on paper just like everybody else. I got some books I got. I'm gonna bring them out throughout the course of this class, where the white man is recorded burning I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of books that the Native Indians had down in South America, down in what today they call Mexico, down in Colombia, where the Mayans, the Incans, and the Aztecs were. People had books, man. They was us. They was Israel. They was intelligent people. They kept a record of themselves. They had civilization. Remember, we talked about civilization, living in cities and having government. Other people had all of those things. The white man erased the record of their history so that the world would look at them like they were savage. You understand? The brother Carter G. Woodson, he recognized that and said, we got to do something to maintain our history and make ourselves known in the world. So he started Black History Week, right? They say Black History Month in 1976. The expansion of Black History Week to Black History Month was first proposed by the leaders of the Black United Students at Kent State University in February 1969. So you was close. First in 1969, they said, let's do it. You understand? The first celebration of Black History Month took place at Kent State 1 year later in February 1970. In 1976, as part of the United States bicentennial, anybody know what that means? Bicentennial? Come on with it.
Is that like 1,000?
No. What's a century? Does anybody know?
100 years.
Century is 100 years. So what is a bi-century?
200 years?
200 years. The bicentennial. You understand? 1976, America was celebrating the United States bicentennial. Why is that? What happened 200 years earlier?
1776, the Revolutionary War.
Declaration of Independence, America being free, Constitution establishing itself as a government. So in 1976, white people said, hey, it's been 200 years. Let's have a party. We're going to celebrate. Remember the past. Well, in 1976, as a show of, I don't know, good faith, white people said, oh, niggas, hey, it's been 200 years. We'll give y'all niggas a month. So in 1976, the white man said, all right, man, look, February is Black History Month. So they just gave it to black people, right? Says the informal expansion of Negro History Week to Black History Month was officially recognized by the U.S. government. President Gerald Ford spoke in regards to this, urging Americans to seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout our history. You understand? Why is Black History Month limited to the people that have accomplished things after we came in slavery?
Because we would be, that's things we probably remember, I guess.
Okay, what did the white man just say? I'm gonna read it one more time. He said, urging Americans to seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout our history. Sis.
Basically, like you've been saying, it's because of them we got everything that we had. So let's honor them.
That's the spirit he's in. He's in the spirit of, these niggas didn't help us so much. Just remember the niggas that helped us. But only the niggas that helped us. I don't remember none of them other niggas that did things before they helped us. You understand? Black History Month is not about your history. It's about what you've done for the white man in his history. Everybody understands? Black History Month is not about your history. It's about the white man's history with you. Everybody understand? Which is why all of the people that are celebrated in Black History Month are Black people that have helped make America great. You understand? Well, in the Israelite school of U.P.K, we don't give a damn about anybody that's helped make the white man great. Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean we don't recognize all the great Black men that have pioneered technology and industry in this country. There's a lot of Black men that have done a lot of great things, and they deserve to be remembered. You understand? I remember we used to have a chart in the school with all the Black inventors and all of their inventions and their patents and the patent numbers. You understand? We're going to bring that back. We're going to bring back the big sign for the camp. They got all the Black men with all the great inventions. You understand? Because it's important to recognize just how much we've done for this kingdom. You understand? But your history does not start in 1776 or in 1619 when the slaves landed in Jamestown, Virginia. Your history doesn't start in 1492 when Christopher Columbus came to America and discovered this place. You understand? Your history goes way further back. Your history goes back to Adam, the first man that was given knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and it is what you must teach your children. Everybody understand? First, let me get Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. You understand? Black History Month was the fulfillment of Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. I'm gonna show you why when we read the scripture. All right. So 1976 is when Black History Month started, when it became a thing for Black people to say, "Oh, remember all of Black people that created things that was great for white people." Pop quiz: who created the cotton gin? Eli Whitney. Okay, Black history. Yeah, there's something just stick with you. Eli Whitney was a Black man that created the cotton gin. Does anybody know what a cotton gin does?
It processes the cotton. Okay,
explain. Why does cotton need to be processed? Some of us, we ain't never been down no country. We don't know what no cotton look like. Come on with it.
It got seeds in it.
Cotton.
Seeds that got to be taken out.
Cotton is a plant. It grows, and just like a plant has it's like flowers grow, right? It's a bud, and it blooms. You see the flower. Well, cotton is a plant that grows, and when it blooms, there's cotton. Cotton is the fruit of the plant or the flower. When you go get the cotton, there's seeds in the cotton. And cotton seeds is they prickly and pointing, they hard, they stick your fingers, it's hell. But this cat Eli Whitney, in the spirit of a nigga in slavery, was like, hell with this shit. I'm gonna find a way to not have to deal with these prickly seeds. So he created a machine, and you throw the cotton in there, it flattens the cotton out and rips the seeds away. And when Eli Whitney created the cotton gin, it revolutionized cotton for the white man, and that's when they started to sell it on the New York Stock Exchange, and cotton was the first commodity that was sold. Eli Whitney made white people gazillion rich. You understand? Which is why he's one of the first people you learn about in school. Eli Whitney created the cotton gin. Everybody understand? All right, let's get Ecclesiastes 7:7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Read it again.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Read it one more time.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Why y'all niggas always so angry? Why y'all out here? Why you gotta hate everybody? God love too. God's all love. Why you mad? You got all that hate in your heart, it's going to destroy you. What does the Bible say? What does the Bible say about being angry, about being mad?
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Oppression makes a wise man mad. If you're a black man in 2016 and you're angry, it's because you are wise, man. You have some wisdom. You have some understanding of what life is supposed to be, and it's not supposed to be this way. Wisdom maketh a wise man mad. There's a reason why we mad. Why we mad? Because 250, Salaki, it's not even 250, 450,000 black babies is aborted every year in America. God damn it, I'm mad. 2 million black men in prison. God damn it, I'm mad. Number 1 in HIV and AIDS, high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer. God damn it, I'm mad. Why? Because there's wisdom in being angry at the oppression of your people. Everybody understand? Surely oppression makes a wise man mad. During the time after slavery, black people was mad. During the time before the civil rights movement, black people were mad. Why were they mad? Because they were wise, man. There was some wisdom in our people once upon a time. They saw the oppression, saw how much evil the white man was doing, and they were against, they hated it. They wanted something better for themselves. They knew that there was more to life. Everybody understand? Then what happened? Read on.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
But what can take away that wisdom? What can take away that anger at oppression? TITHES.
Like a trinket,
A trinket, a gift, a small handout. You understand? White man in 1976 gave niggas Black History Month. And what did niggas do? Oh, white people gave us a month. Maybe they ain't so bad. You mean we get to remember all the great black people? We get to learn their names, and I used to have Black History contests in my school. Now, I went to school in the suburbs, you understand? Even though my folks lived in the city. But you know what I'm saying? But it was like, okay, it's some funny shit. It's like in my 5th grade class, I think it's maybe like 20 black kids, maybe 200 kids in the 5th grade in my elementary school, but it was about 20 black kids. And they made the 20 of us have a Black History bee, like a spelling bee, but it was the Black History bee. And they would say a nigga's name and you would have to say what his accomplishment was. Now, they would have the whole school come for the assembly, but it's just 20 of us. And, you know, it's funny because not everybody likes to study and read. After about 10 minutes, it was 4 of us left. Because the first 16 cats get up there, they say, you know, they throw a name out there, Bethune-Cookman. Niggas like, I don't know. But you gotta sit down, you have the spelling bee. So the assembly would last for about 45 minutes. You know what I mean? But the white people, that they felt like they was giving us something. No, we're gonna give the black kids something to feel good about. Have a Black History bee where you gotta remember all the names and what they accomplished. To the white man, that was like, we love you. You showing you love. You got a whole month to remember your people and we celebrate. And it was evil. But think about black people who had just finished, you know, slavery, just got out the civil rights movement. they're feeling good, like they accomplished something. Then the white man give you a whole month all about you, all about black people and remembering blackness and blackity black this and blackity black that. It took away the anger. It took away the wisdom. You understand? The gift destroyed the heart. The gift took away that wise anger that we had at that oppression. You understand? And it continues to this day. But the white man being the devil, he always shows you that he don't give a damn about you.